Right, friends, this is getting serious now. This gladioli bulb has only just been in, and you can see the roots are coming, but they're nowhere near enough to anchor it into the ground. So this can, if something comes along here and digs it out, it's got no anchoring. Because although the ranunculus bed was the one bed they hadn't gone, you just know if I covered everything tonight and left the ranunculus out, I would come in the morning and they would be absolutely destroyed. Right, friends, this is getting serious now. Third day running, annihilation. So I came in this morning, loads of straw flowers have been pulled up again, a few snaps have been pulled up, loads of gladioli, loads of kale, although not as much as the other day, loads of chard, and then let's walk over here. This is a no-dig bed, but most of the cardboard is on top. For goodness sake, this was a carrot bed. I mean, you can see a few carrots, but my lines are not going to be straight, are they? Because some little thing, I think it's a fox. It's May. There's cubs about, maybe. So, what to do? So what I'm going to do initially is I found some stakes in the hedge. So I'm going to find all the netting that I can and net stuff. But of course I can't net the entire blooming garden because it's going to go all the way up there. So that's not a plan long term. I've got loads of twig offcuts from this hedgerow, so I'm going to lay them over the top of these beds as well, so it blocks access, and I'll probably do that over the carrots and stuff as well. And then the other thing is, I must say, this cable, this grounding cable to my electric fence does keep coming out, so I'm going to get some tape and tape that in, because maybe they knocked that out, or the wind knocked it out, and then this wouldn't have even been on. Now obviously foxes can jump straight over the top of this, cubs wouldn't be able to. So plan of action. The other thing I might do is sit up here in the night with a pair of binoculars, and if I see foxes, run at them and scream and say, please go away and eat some wild rabbit. And this is why it's happening. Or not why it's happening, but why the plants can be ripped out. Because, for example, this gladioli bulb has only just been in, and you can see the roots are coming, but they're nowhere near enough to anchor it into the ground. So this can, if something comes along here and digs it out, it's got no anchoring. So let's get some netting up. I don't know why the idea of the branches didn't come to me earlier. I've just had it this morning, like an aha moment. I've even used it before, so I don't know why I didn't think of that. So we'll cover the beds over, we'll cover the beetroot, the radish and the carrot beds over with sticks. And then I guess we'll come in the morning and with our fingers crossed that it hasn't happened all over again. This was some fruit cage netting that I bought for avian lockdown, so actually this should work quite well. I've never been happier for my granddad leaving just loads of old fence posts in hedgerows. So, netting one done. Got the straw flowers, two rows of straw flowers, one row of snaps all the way along there, so they are protected. So now I'm going to get started on the twigs. Now, one thing you may have seen me doing over the past few months is cutting back this hedge. So this hedge, as you can see down there, is really quite out. So by cutting it back, I'm encouraging it to become thick and dense, which is better for nesting birds. And the benefit of this is that I have all of these off-cut sticks, which is good. And a lot of this is blackthorn and hawthorn. So a lot of these sticks are super spiky. So I reckon if I just cover the beds, even the beds that have got the tarp on it, the plastic on it, if I cover the plants in this, it will let rain and light through, but hopefully it will keep those pesky foxes, rats, whatever else is digging in my garden. It won't allow them to get to the plants. So I am sticked up. We've got the sticks across these 3 beds. I may have to reseed some places because obviously it's been completely dug up. And then we've got the seeds, we've got the sticks down the chard and the kale. I would think I'll be able to take this off because they haven't attacked last year's kale, which is last year's chard, which is here. That's 2 grown in. It seems to be the new plants that they're digging out, which is good because it means hopefully as those plants grow I can remove the sticks and then they'll be easier to harvest. Thank goodness I didn't put out the lettuces because I've got tons of chard and I've got tons of kale and it grows all season and you just pick off the leaves, so it doesn't matter if I lose a few plants. The lettuces are key. I need those lettuces because I need to successionally sow throughout the season, so I need all the lettuces I'm about to put in. So thank goodness it didn't go. I've been thinking about it and the more I think it's a fox. It's not a rabbit because rabbits would eat stuff. I really don't think it's a badger because the fence all the way around is upright and there's no holes, nothing's shoved through it. A fox obviously could jump it. I don't think it's a rat because there would need to be a lot to have caused this much damage in one night. So I do think it's a fox. It's been a cold spring, maybe there's less food around for cubs, maybe mum is bringing all the cubs over here and they're scrabbling around looking for worms and bugs and snails and things because they do eat those. So that's what I think is happening. I've also covered the entire flower farm, even the ranunculus, because although the ranunculus bed was the one bed they hadn't gone, you just know if I covered everything tonight and left the ranunculus out, I would come in the morning and they would be absolutely destroyed. So the ranunculus have got stuff over. The nice thing with these on the beds is because, like with lettuces, you're chopping them off at the bottom and you're tearing leaves from the bottom. With flowers, you're cutting the flower. So I can leave all of this, and this is actually going to add structure. So along here, we've got loads of cornflowers. Here's the gladioli, there's the ranunculus. And I'll do more on this side because this will be where the zinnias are. So I'll put this side. And the plants will grow through this. So it will give them some structure. It will help hold them up a little bit. And I won't need to take it away to the end of the season. I must say it's mega sharp. I cut myself quite quickly. So hopefully little foxy noses jabbing around will not jab around for long. I should say the cornflower bed is looking sparse. So cornflowers or billy buttons, I re-sowed it like a week ago. Now I know it is way too late really to be sowing cornflowers. However, this spring has been so cold, I am counting on the fact that we may have an extended season in the other end. We may have an Indian summer in autumn. So I just put loads in. I did 3 drills. As I said before, I did a blue boy, a pink boy and a black ball, kind of halfway along this bed all the way down, 3 drills. So we'll see if they appear. And the last thing of course is to water, because where something's dug those out, those roots are now going to be super dry and frazzled, especially where they've been pulled out and left on the black plastic, because that is super warm. So going to give everything a good water. If I remember, I'm going to move my Reolink camera to the market farm tonight just to see. If you haven't heard of Reolink, I'm going to drop a link in the description to the Amazon page for it. They're amazing. They work off cellular or mobile phone data instead of Wi-Fi, so you can have them on your site attached to a solar panel and they work. You just have a little charge to your phone each month. I think I pay £4 a month for each camera. And you don't need electricity, and you just power them from the sun, and it's great. So I'm going to move that one onto here this evening, and we'll see if we can capture. I might put it on the shed actually, pointing across, and we'll see if we can capture what is doing this damage.